Hey, this is Chris from GuitArmy, and in today's guitar lesson, I'm going to be showing you how to play all 7 modes out of position number 5. So let's go ahead and check it out. So this position number 5 video is, it's going to be my last one. I did positions 1 through 4 already. So after you watch this one, you may want to go back and watch positions 1 through 4. And what that's going to do is, that really shows you how to play a major scale in all 5 positions. Dorian scale in all 5 positions, anywhere on the neck. So that's kind of the idea behind it. I wanted people, if you're new to guitar or scales, and I just thought it'd be really nice, you could just go and just go through all these videos and learn how to play all those different scales in any position, anywhere on the neck. I just thought that would be super helpful for people, guitar students that want to learn. If you're checking this video out and you don't understand what modes are, I did create a video. It's right here. I'll put a link down in the description called Modes Explained, something like that. And where I explain what the modes are, I figured someone's going to need that. So a little bit of explanation. You don't want to just go and randomly play these and not have any idea what you're doing. So I did explain it in a video, so you may want to watch that as well before you dive in and learn how to play all 5 positions of all 7 modes. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the lesson and take a look at your first scale. All right, so the first scale we're going to take a look at is the major scale, or the Ionian scale. The first 4 videos that I did were all out of the key of A, so I'm going to keep with that tradition. And we're going to finish out this 5th position all in the key of A. So what we're going to do is we're going to start, first thing you need to do is find A on your 6th string, which is right here. We're going to start with our pinky because it's going to cover this area of the neck. Position 1 was right here. Now position 5 is going to be back here. We could also do it way up here, but I want to do them down here because this is probably where you're going to play them more. Who knows? Depends on who. If you're a rock star, you're going to be playing it up here a lot. But let's go ahead and take a look at the A major scale, position number 5. We're starting right here. You can see the chart. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, half step to 4, 5, 6, 7, half step back to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Coming back, it goes 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 7, 6, 7, 1. The reason I hesitated there for a second is when I'm coming back, sometimes I'll shift. Sometimes I'll shift down here with my pinky to 2. And then other times, I'll just shift and then slide down to get the 7. So I kind of do it however I'm feeling at the time. A good tip for when you're practicing these scales, if you're new to guitar, then it's okay if you pick all the strings down. But if you really want to get better and be able to play faster, you want to be able to alternate pick. So my advice would be pick alternate everything, like down, up, down, up, down, up, and so on and so forth. Do that up and back because that way you're not only working this hand, but you're actually exercising your picking hand as well. And that is how you play an A major scale or A Ionian scale in position number 5. All right, next we're going to take a look at the Dorian scale. That is the scale that is built or based off the 2nd note of a major scale. And it's basically a minor scale with a 6 in it, a natural 6, not a flat 6. So it's going to go 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, whole step to 6, not a flat 6, that would be natural minor. So it's a 6, flat 7, 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7, 1. Coming back, we have 1, flat 7, 6, 5, 4, flat 3, 2, 1, flat 7, 6, 5, 4, flat 3, 2, 1, flat 7, 6, flat 7, back to 1. This is, I think, one of the coolest modes because it's a minor scale, but it doesn't have that flat 6 in it. Not that there's anything wrong with flat 6. But having the 6 in it sounds really good, and I think a lot of rock bands use this scale. I know Van Halen used it a lot. It just sounds a little brighter than like a natural minor or the Aeolian scale. So that is how you play an A Dorian scale. Now I should mention that these are movable. Just because I'm showing you how to play it here, we're starting on A. But doesn't mean you can't start here on B and play a B Dorian scale or a C Dorian, D, E. So by me showing you, I'm doing it all out of A, but just so you know, you're really learning it. It's movable, so you can play it in all 12 keys as well. And that was an A Dorian scale, 5th position. The next mode we're taking a look at is Phrygian, and that is a mode that's based off the 3rd note of a major scale. So we're going to start right here. I'm going to start with my my 3rd finger instead of my pinky because we have a flat 2 we have to do. All right, so the scale is going to go 1, flat 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7, 1, flat 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7, 1, going up to flat 2. Coming back, we have flat 2, 1, flat 7, flat 6, 5, 4, flat 3, flat 2, 1, flat 7, flat 6, 5, 4, flat 3, flat 2, 1, flat 7, and then back to 1. So how I think of this scale is it's just to me I look at it like it's a minor scale with a flat 2. So instead of going 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7, 1, I just have to put in this flat 2, 1, flat 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7, 1. So in my brain, that's a little easier. If I want to solo over Phrygian and I find it's too much that I can't remember all the numbers and the flats, it's so confusing, then what I like to do is I just think of how to play a minor pentatonic right here, which goes 1, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 7, 1. So this is your minor pentatonic. And then I just think of, well, where's 1 at, and where could I put in a flat 2? Because then all of a sudden it becomes a lot more manageable in my brain, because I'm just playing my minor pentatonic, and then I'm putting in some flat 2s, and all of a sudden it sounds like I'm playing in Phrygian, and which sounds tougher, more complicated. But in reality, I'm just playing minor pentatonic, adding that flat 2 in, and I find that makes it a quick and easy way to solo over Phrygian. So that was the A Phrygian in position number 5. All right, the next mode is the 4th mode. It is Lydian. It's based off the 4th note of a major scale. So we're going to play A Lydian. Basically, a Lydian scale is just a major scale with a sharp 4 instead of a regular 4th. All right, so we're going to start right here and go 1, 2, 3, sharp 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. 2, 3, sharp 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Coming back, 1, 7, 6, 5, sharp 4, 3, 2, 1, 7, 6, 5, sharp 4, 3, 2, 1, 7, 6, 7, 1. I know right here we're kind of finishing the scale. I always like to get down to the lowest possible note in that position on the lowest string, because you should know what those are, just in case you're soloing, or if you want to do just some kind of walk down. If you're going, it's nice to be able to know what the notes are above and below in a scale on any given mode or scale that you're in. So how I generally go about improvising over Lydian is a lot of times I will think of the major pentatonic scale, and then I just think of where is a sharp 4 at, and then I can put that in. There's my sharp 4 right there. And what happens with that is then all of a sudden, I'm someone that I've practiced pentatonic a lot. I feel like I'm kind of pentatonic based, so I know those really well. So then I can just play my major pentatonic scale, put in that sharp 4, and it sounds like I'm playing right in Lydian, and my brain didn't have to do a whole lot of work thinking of what is the scale pattern, which you should know. You should practice that and learn the scale fingering. But if you want to just quickly get into it, just play major pentatonic scale and put a sharp 4 in it. And that is Aeolian, position number 5. The next mode is the 5th mode. It is Mixolydian. It is basically a major scale with a flat 7. And it's going to go like this. I'm doing it out of A again. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 1. Coming back, 1, flat 7, 6, 5, 4, flat 3, 2, 1, flat 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, flat 7, 6, flat 7, 1. So this scale, like I said, it's a major scale with a flat 7. The diatonic chord that comes out of this is a dominant 7th chord. You have 1, 3, 5, flat 7, 1. So if you're not sure what to play over a dominant 7th chord, Mixolydian is usually going to get the job done for you, or at least you can run a dominant arpeggio, the 1, 3, 5, and flat 7. If you a quick way to solo over this is once again play major pentatonic, and if you put in that flat 7, very quickly sounds like you're playing in Mixolydian just by adding the flat 7th. And if you're playing over a dominant 7th chord, that flat 7 is going to sound sweet because it's going to really sound like you're targeting. You're specifically targeting that flat 7, and it's going to sound very good. Generally, if you want the best target notes, I think usually are the 3rd or the flat 7th over that chord. So it really sounds like you're playing the notes in the chord. So that is A Mixolydian, position number 5. All right, that brings us to the minor scale, or the Aeolian scale. Aeolian is the fancy name, more commonly just called the minor scale. I'm doing it out of A here. It's going to go 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7, 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7, 1. Coming back, we have 1, flat 7, flat 6, 5, 4, flat 3, 2, 1, flat 7, flat 6, 5, 4, flat 3, 2, 1, flat 7, and back to 1. There's 2 scales you're really going to have to know inside and out to be a good guitar player, and that is your major scale all over the neck and your minor scale. So you want to take this one seriously. Almost all songs you're going to listen to, it depends on what style you listen to, but probably 95% of all songs you're going to play or listen to are probably based out of major or minor. Once again, it depends on if you're playing in a jazz player, a fusion player, that's probably not going to hold true. But in general, you need to master your major and minor scales. And this was your A minor scale in position number 5. And this is the 7th mode, the last one. It is called Locrian, and it is based off the 7th note of a major scale. And it goes 1, flat 2, flat 3, 4, flat 5, flat 6, flat 7, 1, flat 2, flat 3, 4, flat 5, flat 6, flat 7, 1. I'm going to go up here and get flat 2. Coming back, we have flat 2, 1, flat 7, flat 6, 5, flat 5, 4, flat 3, flat 2, 1, flat 7, flat 6, flat 5, 4, flat 3, flat 2, 1, flat 7. And I always like to go back up to the root and end on the 1. So this is a scale that you're really going to use the least. But I don't think, if you're learning the other ones, I don't see why you can't just go ahead and run over this scale just to learn it and at least kind of get it in your brain what it is. To me, it's better to know what it is than just not. That way, when you hear someone talking about it, you're like, man, I don't even know what you're talking about. It sounds Egyptian. I don't even know what's going on there. I don't understand. It's better to just understand. Oh, okay, I know what it is. I know how to play it. I'm probably not going to use it a whole lot, but at least you understand what it is. Basically, it's a minor scale with a flat 2 and a flat 5. And that was the Locrian scale in A for position number 5. So that's it. This concludes my series of videos on modes. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you leave them down below. I'd be more than happy to answer any of your questions that you have about the modes. So if you're saying to yourself, okay, I played through them, now what do I do with them? Well, go ahead and look up backing tracks on YouTube. Look up different Mixolydian backing tracks. Enjoy yourself, look up the scale, and go ahead and do some jamming over top of them. Hopefully after watching all my videos, you have a better understanding of physically how to play them. To really understand and to know what they sound like, it's really important that you actually play them over a chord progression in that key or that mode so that you understand what they sound like. So my advice is just have fun with them. They're great for warming up. If you want to have like a jam session. You want to sit down and have a good time, play some songs. Maybe you could warm up with some scales beforehand. I tell people to do that. It's just a way of getting your hands to do them without kind of really focusing hard on them. Just do them for like a couple minutes before you start, getting into what you really want to get playing, a certain song or whatever. Have some fun, practice them. It'll be good for your dexterity, and just try to make some cool music with them. Thanks for taking the time to check out this video. If you'd like to see more, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you get notified when I come out with new lessons. If you're interested in supporting the channel in any way, that would be awesome. You can go to patreon.com/GuitArmy. You can get access to all my online guitar courses. I have a nice 80-some page scale book, PDF scale book you can get for free. All kinds of stuff over there. I'd love to see you over there. Thanks for checking out this video. I will see you in the next one.